If you've ever watched the market take off without you, this one's for you. I marked the setup, I saw the move, but I still missed it. But instead of jumping in late or forcing something, I did something smarter. And that's what I want to share with you today. Okay, so we're on EUR USD on the 1 hour time frame. So after this move, we saw price come up here and retest this area of support. And this would have been another great opportunity to take a buy on EUR USD, almost like the trade that we took the day before. You can see we're bouncing along this area of support. We see there's an engulfing green candle. And I generally trade between 9:30 and 11. So right here at 10 o'clock or 9:30, 10 o'clock, I could have taken this to the next area of support. So this would have been a really good trade to have caught. So over time, I've learned that what happens after a missed trade says a lot about our success. Because most traders are going to revenge trade, and we don't want to do that because that just makes us emotional and we just try to make it up and revenge. So what I did instead was review the setup, think about, did you follow your rules? Did you mark it and move on? I made sure that I didn't chase it. I know there's another trade coming. There's always another day, right? And we want to be ready for that one. So that's what we did right. That's what we did right, and we learned. And really, that's the work, and that's the growth, and that's how you prepare instead of predict. That's just part of it. Okay, I've also started to practice some with NAS 100. It moves pretty quickly and is very volatile, so you'll really need to practice for several months before trying this indice out. But if you have extra money after you practice for a few months, you could put about $100 or so on a small account and use a platform like Hanko Trade. And this is a platform that I've seen others use on YouTube, and it's a little complicated to get your money on and off because you've got to go through Bitcoin and some other steps like that. But it does have a lot of leverage. So it is a little bit risky. So you'd only want to put a small amount on this when you start out, and don't put any on until you've practiced on their demo for several months. But anyway, I can use the 15-minute time frame, as you can see here on the trading view chart. You can see that there was a break and retest on the 15-minute, and that's what we've been using for EUR USD. So it's the same strategy, just on a different pair or indice. And this one is a lot more volatile and is really not for beginners, but I just wanted to show you what's possible later on after you practice a lot and you've done some work on the demo. Then you can move on to something else, move up step by step. And you can see here that you can make a little bit more money with these indices if you're going in the right direction, and then also a little bit faster. So you can see how if you were able to make, $20 a day or $50 a day, that you could easily pay for a couple of bills each week, right? And so that's the beauty of learning this skill, but you have to learn it first. You've got to learn it and practice it, and be sure that you are following your rules and not over leveraging. And that's really the way to go. So every week I mark up trades like this in my free newsletter. And that way we can react before the week starts instead of reacting after. I've also added something new to the newsletter. I had a subscriber ask a question this past week, and we've answered it there. So I created a bonus walkthrough video who was asking how to set up a live account, a small live account, the one that I show you often that I trade on. If you are a newsletter subscriber or have any questions that you'd like to be answered, then join our newsletter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.